नमस्कार दोस्तों और जय हिंद। आप सभी को स्वागत है इन माय चैनल 1971 वॉर बुक सीरीज। तो दोस्तों आज हम बात करने वाले हैं अबाउट ऑपरेशन सर्चलाइट विद टू विटनेसेस who had seen the extent of the Pakistani military atrocities on the Bengalis starting from the 25th of March, where they were actually present in Dhaka city itself, witnessing the barbarianism and the campaign of genocide unleashed by the Pakistani military on the innocent Bengali population to curb the independence movement. One person that I have invited is Mr. Saleh Mustafa Jamil, who was 18 years of age at that time, and he has also spoken in one of my podcasts as well regarding his own experience of being tortured by the Pakistani military. Our new guest here is Mr. Imad, who was actually 8.5 years of age at that time and was also present in Dhaka city, and both of them have witnessed the extent and the horrific barbarianism of the Pakistani military that has started from the night of Operation Searchlight, the rampage of chaos, murder and mayhem. Operation Searchlight started on the 25th of March 1971, and the 26th of March has been declared as the Independence Day of Bangladesh. Not the Victory Day but the Independence Day. So 25th of March से 26th of March तक the extent of the Pakistani barbarianism के बारे में जानने के लिए let's welcome Mr. Saleh Mustafa Jamil and Mr. Imad to our program today.
Thank you. So welcome everyone to my program today, as we will be talking specially focusing on the first night of Operation Searchlight, which started from 25 March 1971. As Mr. Imad and Mr. Saleh Mustafa Jamil, you have been direct not only victims but also have witnessed the entire process of Operation Searchlight, the heinous genocide that had been started by the Pakistani military on the unarmed Bengali people inside Dhaka, starting from Dhaka itself. So I would like to know especially your civilian perspectives, as you both come from civilian backgrounds and have been present in Dhaka probably as teenagers, I would say. So I would like to know your account on this, starting with Saleh Mustafa Jamil sir. If you could talk a bit about you witnessing Operation Searchlight from your point of view, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Good evening. From 1st of March 1971, it was the just turning point of our life in Bangladesh. At that time, East Pakistan. And Bangabandhu was the sole leader of the Bengali nation. And he started non-cooperation movement from 1st of March 71. His historical speech of 7th March became the declaration of independence of Bangladesh. On 25th, it was from 1st of March to 25th of March, it was non-cooperation movement every day.
Okay.
And I was a young student at the time, and we went every day to his residence, Bangabandhu residence 32, Dhanmondi, every day, almost every day, and we were there all the day.
Can I ask one thing, sir? What was your age at that time?
It was 18, I think.
18. And
18.
you must be a college or school student at that
College, last year in college.
Okay.
I studied at Dhaka College. On 25th of March, I stayed at my home. It was Old Town, I think, just very near to Bongo Bhavan and backside of the Daily Ittifaq newspaper office.
Okay.
Yeah. And he stayed at home, and we apprehended something that it will happen on 25th of December. But we didn't know that it's called Operation Searchlight.
Okay.
When we could not gauge the value of the depth of the situation. And after midnight, I think after 1 o'clock or something like that, we heard the shelling. And first shell it came on Ittifaq, the daily Ittifaq office,
It was
and
the
we
night
saw
time.
the burn. Yeah, I think at 8, sometime after 1 o'clock in the night.
Okay. So by now it
Yeah,
was
and-
26 March, I would say.
26 March, yeah,
Acha.
26 March.
Okay.
After midnight. And it was burning everywhere. And we saw the burning at the Ittifaq office, and it was very near to Old Dhaka, Shakari Bazar, and Tati Bazar, and Noya Bazar.
Okay.
And we saw the light of the firing. And shooting all the night, and almost the next day, 26th of March, and it
This
was
was all
curfew
done
at
by
the
Pakistani military.
Pakistani military. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And we could not go out on 26th. It was curfew at that time. And 27th, we could realize that it happened something very great. And curfew was withdrawn for 2 hours, I believe, from 10 to 12 o'clock on 27th. Yeah. And I went to New Dhaka first in Elephant Road, Noya Palton, and some area of Dhaka University. And everywhere is burning, almost everywhere, and lots of dead bodies on the streets, and lots of trees on the street, because on 25th it was barricaded by the students on the streets.
Okay, the roads were
Lots-
blocked.
Roads were blocked, yeah.
Acha.
And it was dead bodies everywhere you could find. Especially in Old Dhaka, Shakari Bazar and Noya Bazar, the whole Noya Bazar was burned,
Okay.
and lots of dead bodies there. And it was the only 2 hours I could stay at the outside of the Dhaka street, and then I came back. And we could not believe that it could be possible for a army junta to act like this.
So another thing, sir, as far as I've heard that there was indiscriminate killing on the roads. Like, was it just on the students who were blocking the road, or just regular civilians?
Irregular civilians, it was everywhere.
Okay.
Civilians and students. Students were leading the procession and barricaded and everything. That's why students came the first.
Okay. So you were in Old Dhaka area, and you.
Old Dhaka area, yeah.
Acha. So the next day when the sun came up, what was the situation in your Old Dhaka area?
It's burning everywhere. Almost everywhere you can find burning.
Okay. I mean, these were buildings
And
lit on fire by Pakistan.
Fire, yeah.
Okay. And as far as I know, curfew was imposed without any orders given to the public. So,
Yeah, you would only on the radio we heard that it was curfew outside. You cannot go out.
Okay.
And it lifted out only 2 hours, I believe, and 27th of March for 2 hours between 10 to 12
Okay.
in the morning.
Acha, acha.
And we saw thousands are leaving Dhaka city. And it is very near to Buriganga River.
Acha, acha.
When I went to Shakari Bazar, I saw them. Thousands people are leaving Dhaka city,
They were going to which areas?
going to outside Dhaka city from Buriganga to Jinjira,
Jinjira.
outside of Dhaka city.
Acha, acha.
Jinjira, yeah.
Okay. So, escaping Pakistani military persecution, did Pakistani military choose any specific target or community of people? Anybody like that?
Especially Hindus, Shakari Bazar, Tati Bazar is a Hindu populated area,
Acha.
especially there. whole Shakari Bazar was massacred, and you could see the dead bodies on the street at Shakari Bazar and the inside the houses and everywhere. Horrible scene I have seen. Horrible.
So another thing, sir, as you talked about Shakhari Bazaar, and I have also heard that a lot of people from the Hindu community were also staying there. So
Yeah, it is almost 100% Hindus live there.
okay. So what was the main idea of the genocide of the Hindu community? Was it just because of communalism or something else?
It must be like that, but on their eyes, on Pakistani's eyes, we all are Hindus.
Acha.
Bengalis are Hindus. It's not especially Hindus. We are not good Muslims. We are Hindus. So it doesn't matter
Okay.
you belong to Muslim or Hindu. For
Okay.
them, we are all are Hindus, not good Muslims.
Acha, acha, acha. So even the genocide on many Muslim people and their communities were also
Oh yes,
justified.
oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Acha,
Whole Bengali nation is not Muslims nation; it's the Hindus nation
acha, acha.
on their eyes.
I would like to ask you another question, sir. After this genocide was done, I mean, after the initial first few days of the genocide in Dhaka city, um, you must have gone out. You must have seen how was the situation, and the mopping up of the city, like clearing the dead bodies and everything. How much time did it take for Dhaka to return to a new normal, as they say?
I think in beginning of the April,
April.
it became little normal. Yeah, it took so at least one week,
Acha, acha.
then became little normal, and people were very much threatened, and they could not talk with each other. Just they're doing their job and came home.
So anything that must have traumatized you at that time when the killings had happened that you must have witnessed?
Not at that time. Still, I have my nightmares. So
Okay.
I can see the 25th March still today. You just cannot forget the history. I have seen it in my own eyes.
Now coming to Mr. Imad, sir, I have heard that you were a 6 years old boy living in Dhaka city. If you
I was actually 8.5 at that
Eight and a
time.
half. Okay. So, in which place in Dhaka at that time were you residing? And could you talk a bit about how the situation was at that time? I think it will differ a bit with Mr. Jamil's view because he was 18 at that time and you were 8.5.
Yes.
So, what was your experience, sir?
Okay, but I guess I live very near Mr. Jamil's house at that time.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. First, thank you very much. In 1971, I was a politically ignorant junior school student and lived with my family in Old Dhaka city.
Acha, acha.
And atmosphere of the last few days before the 25th night was very tense. Dhaka was buzzing with rumors. On 25th March night, after watching TV, I was in deep sleep.
Okay.
Then after midnight, that means on 26th March, I was awakened and found that elders in my room. They looked extremely worried, and I could hear terrible gunshots, screams from distance. Later on, I came to know that Pakistan Army, with their non-Bengali Bihari collaborator gangs, already started their actions in different parts of Dhaka city.
Acha.
It's a very built-up old Dhaka city. That means the area between Shodorghat, Buriganga River Terminal, and Nawabpur Road. That means
Okay.
Buriganga River and Nawabpur Road. This
Acha.
area,
Acha.
and it started about an hour ago.
Mhm.
And Shodorghat River Terminal was about 2 kilometers west from our house.
Acha.
So we went. After that, we went to the rooftop of our two-storied house and witnessed indescribable events. the whole western horizon, that is the Buriganga River direction, 2.2 kilometer away from our house, is turned red,
Red.
um, completely red, the sky,
Okay.
western horizon. And with the, I think the killing started 1 hour ago,
Acha, acha.
1 or 2 hours ago.
Okay.
Uh, and with the red sky background, gunshot screams, red bullets, and 10 to 20 meter tall flames in many places, like Noya Bajar, the timber market, Shakhari Bajar. I guess those areas, because from our house we cannot pinpoint where exact the area exact location of this fire.
Okay.
And the firelight dispelled the night and lit up our mohalla, 2 kilometer east of Buriganga River,
Acha, acha.
Buriganga River terminal. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, and then similar firing, tracer bullets, magnesium flares in the northwest direction. That is the Dhaka University, Engineering University, Pilkhana, paramilitary, East Pakistan Rifles headquarter,
Okay.
Azimpur area, that locality, and also firing sound bullets, magnesium flares, something like that, from the north direction of our house.
I think, sir, Dhaka University students were revolting at that time, and Bengali units were still not very sure of what to do, right, sir? But still they were
But
attacked.
we have no idea. At that time, we have no idea what was going on there.
Okay.
Dhaka University, I think it is 4 or 5 miles away, northwest direction
Okay.
to our house.
Okay.
So we have no idea of what is going on there, what was happening. Nothing. We have no idea. We could only see the sounds and fire. We could see.
Okay.
And north direction, that is the northern direction, similar situation. It is also like north side is Komlapur Central Rail Station, Rajarbagh, then Ittefaq where Mr. Jamil lived, and Motizil commercial area, that direction. It was also 2-3 kilometers away from our house. Okay.
Okay.
So Pakistan Army's violence accelerated with time. Red bullet artillery shells flew over the skies and exploded. We could see very clearly. Okay.
Mhm.
So in 1967, 1969, 70, I attended a few wedding ceremonies in Pilkhana, paramilitary EPR headquarter auditoriums, Dhaka cantonment auditoriums, and met a number of West Pakistani military officers there. They appeared very gentle and very kind.
Okay.
And so on 25th March night, it was hard to believe for me that they were capable of doing such horrible things.
Hmm.
Okay.
I think
During
they
that
were,
night,
I think they were just nice to children because, I mean, maybe at that time.
no, till everyone, they were very nice in that marriage ceremonies. Okay, what I saw. Okay.
Okay.
During that night, 25th March or 25th, 26th March night, I think except Pakistan Army, nobody knew where and what was actually happening.
Hmm.
We could only guess those unfortunate places, like ওই যে নতুন আগুন লাগাইছে ওইটা রাজারবাগ পুলিশ লাইন হইতে পারে.
Those
In
places.
English, it would, yes, in English, look, new fire, that could be Rajarbagh police lines, something like that. We were talking.
Okay.
Elders were talking, my uncle and my parents. To us, Pakistani attacks in northwest and north direction, that means Dhaka University areas or Komlapur, Rajarbagh police lines, look modest compared to the west, compared to the Buriganga side.
Acha.
Because Buriganga is very near to our house, only 2 kilometers away, and the other northwest and north directions, the fires that were 4-5 miles away from our house.
Okay.
And we thought that Pakistan Army's major, at that time we thought Pakistan Army's major target area was the old Dhaka city, and its civilian was the most defenseless victims.
Hmm.
At that time we have no idea what was happening in the university, the scale of the genocide or the Rajarbagh police line. So my uncle, who was a second year university student, removed Bangladesh flag and black flag from our rooftop which he hoisted in the first week of March.
Acha.
So after
I mean the
25
Bangladesh flag, the original flag, sir. I mean which has the
original flag,
Bangladesh
the
stamp.
tricolor, golden, and green, golden, and yellow.
Okay.
Yellow map, and the on golden red circle, and the background is the green.
Okay.
So after 25 to 30 minutes, my father took us back to room in the fear of stray bullets and shell fragments.
Mm-hmm.
Telephone was dead. We were worried about our relatives in other parts of the city.
Mm-hmm.
My mother, who was a great granddaughter of one of the founders of 1906 All India Muslim League, was sobbing and probably reciting verses from Quran. My father, who witnessed 1946 Calcutta riot,
Mm-hmm.
looked self-absorbed and shocked.
Okay.
And I had no idea that I was witnessing only part of Pakistan Army's Operation Searchlight genocide.
Mm-hmm.
That is the end of a failed state and beginning of a new promising country. This is my experience of 25th March night.
Okay. So what about the, I mean, for you, what was the next morning, 26th of March
Oh,
morning and the entire
okay.
daytime?
Yes, 26th March morning at about 8, between 8 to 8:30 in the morning, Pakistan Army came in our mohalla, in our street.
Okay.
So my elders in my house closed all the roadside windows and strictly asked us not to open the window,
Mm-hmm.
not to look outside. However, when they were not at our room, me and my elder brother, who is 2 years senior to me, older to me, slightly opened the window 2-3 inches and saw 5-6 soldiers
Mm-hmm.
in our street. They looked tired.
Okay.
One of them was sitting on a doorstep
Mm-hmm.
opposite side to our window and talking with another soldier, and there were 3-4 soldiers just walking in the street. I think they stayed in our street 20 to 30 minutes, and then they left. In the afternoon, we again went to the rooftop to see the situation outside, and we saw there was smoking coming out from 8 to 10 places in the western direction. That means Buriganga River and Nagpur Road. 8 to 10 places, we could see smoke and fire from 2 to 3 places, but the fire was not as big as last night.
Okay.
And from time to time, there was sound of gunshots. My uncle, whole day, he was trying to listen the radios, switching from radio station to station. But as far as I remember, there was no news. Otherwise, he would tell us. My parent looked very sad and very worried. Whole day and night, it was an unofficial curfew.
Gotcha.
This is my experience, 26 March.
Understood. Now coming back to Mr. Saleh Mustafa Jamil, before concluding our video, before concluding our program, I would like to have a very small, brief description of your part. I mean, why I have brought you, especially here with Mr. Imad, to talk about Operation Searchlight is a brief description of your part in the contribution of the liberation of Bangladesh, sir. If you could talk about it in a nutshell.
When we heard that in a first week of April, I think, second week of April, from All India Radio, that Bangladesh liberation has started and one government established in Mujibnagar.
Okay.
And we started looking the way out from the Dhaka, and I went to outside Dhaka and stayed there for 1 or 2 months and came back to Dhaka in June, I think. And there
So you
was
went to India actually?
no, outside Dhaka only.
Outside Dhaka.
Outside Dhaka, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And came back and we started looking for mobilize the young people of the Dhaka city.
Okay.
And we met from our college students, a few of my friends, and we started a little group there. And we came to know that a lot of young people went to India and took training and came back in Dhaka.
Okay.
And we have established a urban guerrilla group in Dhaka city. And only not one, it's a lot of urban guerrilla group it was in Dhaka at that time. And I took part of that, one of the groups. And unfortunately, we did lot of things during the last part of the war in October, November, and December. And in November, army took me in the cantonment.
You were captured.
And captured me, and it was in Tezgah drum factory. I stayed for 3-4 nights, and it was a horrible experience for me. And I can see those faces. The army officers tortured me.
Okay. It must have been harrowing, and you have, I think, spoke about this very much in detail.
Yeah, last time.
So, coming to Mr. Imad, sir, as you were 8 years old, 8.5 years old, and were very much dependent on your parents at that age, how was the rest of the Pakistani military occupation for you, sir? Did you stay in Dhaka at that time, or?
Yes, the whole 9 months I was in Dhaka,
Okay.
in old Dhaka. And it was a horrible time. It was a traumatic experience, I would say.
Okay. On the 16th of December 1971, where were you, I mean, each of you respectively, sir, if you could speak about that, inside Dhaka at that time?
I was in Purana Patan area at my sister's place.
Okay.
And we heard that the Bangladesh is liberated, and Indian and Bangladesh forces captured the Pakistani army. And I went to Sarwardi Uddan just after the signing ceremony. Unfortunately, I missed that.
Okay.
It was something like that, 5 o'clock in the evening I came to Sarwardi Uddan.
Acha, acha, acha. And for you, Mr. Imad, sir?
Yes, I was also in Dhaka city, old Dhaka city, in the same house. And I think at the evening, 4:30 or 5 o'clock, we heard that the Pakistan army surrendered. Though I didn't fully understood what was the meaning, but I understood that the country was liberated, and it was a very happy mood. People were, how to say, I cannot explain the feelings of my family members. And I opened the television. There was some announcement. I think 5 o'clock or 5:30 around that time. And very happy. And in the road, people were shouting slogans, Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu, something like that, whole night.
Okay.
So it was a very happy moment. It was a very happy moment. Reliving, free of terror or whatever you call it.
It has been, what I can say, documentation of history from both of you, sirs. So, I would like to thank both of you for coming up and speaking about and giving your own personal experiences of witnessing Operation Searchlight at that time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
And I would like to see you again in another program. I hope you, have a good remembrance of your Independence Day that is coming up on the 26th of March. I think it is the 26th of March that is the Independence Day of
26th of
Bangladesh.
March.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Thank you, and Joy Bangla.
Enjoy Bangla.
Thank you, Joy Bangla.
Thank you.
And Joy Bangabandhu.
Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu. And Jai Hind. Thank you, sirs.